Hello and welcome to part 3 of my 6950X upgrade. What I will be doing in this part is comparing my old CPU, which is the i7-5930K, to my new CPU, which is the i7-6950X, as you should already know by the title of this video. So the way I will be doing the comparison is I will not be recording all of the different benchmarks and time-lapsing them and speaking over that or whatever I'm doing, because there was a lot involved in this video. First off, there was the benchmarking my old CPU both at stock and overclock frequencies, so I needed to run 2 sets of benchmarks for that old CPU both at stock and overclocks, and then I needed to swap out the CPU, which you will have seen in part 2 when I installed the 6950X, and then after I had it installed I then needed to go ahead and run the same sets of benchmarks on the 6950X, both again at stock and overclocked once I'd found a stable overclock for the new CPU, that is. And then I needed to take the results from all of those 4 sets of benchmarks and compile them all into 4 different tables, and then I needed to take those 4 tables, or rather the data from them, and compile that into 3 separate column charts to make it look presentable and easy to read to the viewer. So hopefully by all of that you can tell that this has not been a simple turn the camera on and just speak to it type of recording. It's actually taken months to create because of the CPU upgrade and then doing all the testing, finding the stable overclock and stuff like that. But to put it simply, it has been a long, I wouldn't say difficult, but it has been a fairly dedicated project that I've had to put a lot of time into creating. With all of that said, let's move on to the benchmark charts, comparing the i7-5930K with the i7-6950X, both at stock and overclocked frequencies. So as you can see in the benchmark charts that I have created, there is a performance improvement, which is kind of expected because the 6950X is superior to the 5930K in pretty much every aspect. But prior to actually creating the benchmark charts, I didn't realize how much of a performance improvement I actually gained from moving from the 5930K to the 6950X. And I think the main reason for that is because I mainly got this CPU for video editing, and I can say that when video editing there is a noticeable performance improvement, such as less stuttering and less lagging and just an overall smoother experience. But outside of video editing, such as browsing the internet, file explorer, even gaming, I haven't really noticed any difference at all moving from the 5930K to the 6950X. And I believe the reason for that is because the 5930K is able to handle everything that I do outside of video editing flawlessly, and therefore the upgrade to the 6950X will show results of diminishing return and or no difference in applications to where the CPU is not under heavy utilization. Now I know I briefly mentioned gaming, and also I didn't include any gaming benchmarks in the actual chart, and the reason for that is because the 6950X is not a gaming CPU. It is marketed, well, it was marketed before it was discontinued and the successor was released, but it was marketed more for workstation purposes, so that could be video editing, which is what I actually got mine for, could be image manipulation, 3D modeling, protein folding, and just other workstation tasks such as those that require more CPU computational power when compared with other systems such as your everyday desktop computer or even a gaming computer. But before that gets taken out of context, gaming computers are still very good at doing workstation tasks, but depending on the extent of the workstation tasks, it may be more efficient to actually get a dedicated workstation instead of using a gaming system to do the workstation stuff on. But it gets to a particular point where the gaming hardware is just not going to provide as much computational power as what you need, in which case you will basically need to get rid of the gaming system and move over to strictly workstation purpose hardware. So now I've explained all of that, I guess I shall get on to, do I regret this upgrade, and do I recommend you do the same upgrade if you have an i7-5930K and you are looking to upgrade. So firstly is, do I regret this purchase? Now, considering that I got this CPU for £338, I do not regret the purchase because my main objective for upgrading was to basically have a smoother workflow when video editing. And I can say that since upgrading to this CPU, I have been able to achieve that. I have got a much smoother workflow when video editing. I no longer get stuttering, I no longer get lagging, and just everything's nice and smooth and fluid. So personally, I don't regret the upgrade. Also, the fact that I got it as cheap as I did was just a bonus. If you are in a similar position to me as to where you want to upgrade your CPU because it will offer a smoother workflow environment, and you can find the 6950X for a cheap price like I did, then I'd say the upgrade would depend. Would the price paid for the 6950X be cheaper than upgrading to a new system that could offer the same performance? And I ask this because if it is cheaper to buy a 6950X than it is to upgrade to newer hardware, then yes, I would say choose a 6950X. However, if it is cheaper to upgrade to newer hardware that would offer the same performance as a 6950X, then I would say no, it is not worth buying the 6950X, and you should opt to upgrade to this newer hardware which will offer similar if not better performance. Equally, if you can only find a 6950X for retail price, again, let's say that is $1,500, I would not recommend this upgrade and would instead recommend that if you have £1,500 to spend on a CPU, that you look in upgrading your platform, because depending on which platform you choose, you should be easily able to find hardware that is able to offer similar if not better performance than a 6950X. And because it is a newer platform, it also leaves a possibility of future upgrades open to you should you feel the need to upgrade again in the future. If you are a gamer on the X99 platform, would I recommend you upgrade to the 6950X? No, I wouldn't recommend it. Even if you could find a 6950X for a cheap price like I did, when it comes to gaming there would be diminishing returns and or no difference regarding your gaming performance. And if you can only find the CPU for resale price, let's say that's $1,500, and you are willing to spend that amount of money on your gaming system, I would again recommend you upgrade your system to an i7-8700K or an i9-9900K, and that's because as of this recording they are the latest releases and currently the best gaming CPUs in existence. So with all of that said, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have any questions to ask or any queries or whatever, then just leave them down in the comment section below and I will be sure to respond to them as soon as possible. If you have enjoyed this video, give it a like. If you haven't, give it a dislike. Consider subscribing to see future uploads, and thank you for watching.